Now here we go. Calving has begun. Well, we got tulips from January, but bull calf, I don't know, he's been up and about. Gina sent me a text. I don't know, he's maybe 3 hours old. So that's good. Look here, you don't get this too often. There's his father come to visit on the other side over there. Yeah, Revan, you're a good mother. Well, I'm making some kind of water setup for the sawmill because the little water tank is, I don't know, let's say not UV stable. I could stick that in a 5-gallon bucket and strap it down for the test run, but I still don't have parts. Yeah, what I'm looking for is one of those square cat litter pails. That's what I need. I don't think we got any of those. Something that would sit up on that edge. This one's bolted on from the bottom. I'm going to pull the bolts out of it, but unless I built something custom, a little bracket to hold it, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe someday I'll make something fancy for it, but I did manage to salvage the fitting all right. This is the piece right here. Anything, I mean, I can adapt that to the nice little valve with the stop washer on it so you can go back to the same place every time so your water's always the same. That's the important part. I don't know, we'll see what that washer's off. Should be rubber, seems pretty hard. Well, this bucket would be perfect if I had a lid for it. All the water will splash out. This is an unsorted auction bucket full of sprayer parts and sediment bowls. I don't even know what they're for. Auction stuff. There's another flat-sided pail without a lid. Well, 1 out of 4 came out and the other 3 spun in the plastic, which I had no doubt would happen. I think 1 out of 4 is fantastic. 12 millimeter, by the way. Guess I clamp a vice grip on there because I don't have a wrench. I don't have a 12 millimeter thin enough to fit under there. All right, let's try it. Yep. Okay, 2 more to go. Still haven't found the container that I would like to use. Trying to think of something that's sitting around here. I don't know. I might have to find something. I thought about setting a cheap gas can up there or something. All right, well, I had to risk life and limb climbing up the board pile in a garbage can to get in the attic of the garage, which would have more junk could come up here. It's all kind of by the entryway here. There's a bunch of flashing and pipes and pieces and whatever. A lot of it was up here before I came here. Some of these pieces of trim and flashing and whatever we stuck up here, but I found something. I was thinking about it. I know it's up there. So I climbed up here. I'll show you when we get down. So this thingy was 3.5 gallons. I had to do the math because it doesn't say on it. So, all right, 3.5 gallons. So, 6-inch pipe. It's just sewer pipe, thin wall. That's perfectly fine for a water tank. We'll cut it off a little bit, but when I was whacking pipe into the ground for wells, we always said roughly there's 1.5 gallons per foot in 6-inch pipe. It's actually 1.46. So if I cut this off to 3 feet, which is basically edge to edge, we have 4.38 gallons. So we've increased our capacity. So the hose will go right to my fitting. I'll get a flat-edged cap for this. Glue it on with a hole in the bottom. Well, first we'll put that in there, because one of the things I realized is I can't put that fitting in unless I can get my hand in it. So we'll put the fitting on, slide it on the pipe. Fitting will be right here on the bottom. We could even jack this end up 1/2 inch or something. Put a cap or an elbow on this end maybe. I'll just see what we got for what can be found for fittings. Maybe a 4-2 and a 2-inch elbow with a cap on the top. A little 1/16 inch hole drilled in it for air. And we actually have a bigger water tank than what we had. And it won't look too bad. So that's the plan. But I don't have fittings for it, so I'll have to stop by Menards after work tomorrow or something. Well, this morning when I went to work, I put 3 pieces like the size of that bigger one there in here, and that's all I burnt all day. I still got all this charcoal on the bottom. Ain't bad when it's this temperature. This is all dry through there and around the back. I got 6-7 weeks to go. I won't probably burn up that. And there's plenty of drierish tamarack back here if I need any extra, but we got a awful good start on next year. Okay, I'm gonna go in and call. Well, actually I was in, I forgot the fire. I had to come back out here. So I'll go in, and thanks for watching.